Another developer update is here. That's right. Upland has just announced a change players are actually going to feel right away, and it lands tomorrow. That's why you're going to feel it right away, because it's coming in the next 24 hours. Reduced footprints. They're finally coming, which means less wasted space around structures, way more freedom to build clean-looking properties with life dropping. You're going to be able to take plant life and just bump it right up against your properties there, or if not right up against, much closer to it than previously. That's a big headline. However, beyond that, Upland also showed off block explorers and how they're about to matter a lot more, with stamina, rarity, and strategy built into the system overall. So let's review this announcement. We're going to do it at a 10,000 foot level. As always, make sure you go read the entire thing, because we're not going to cover everything here. We're just going to cover the main points. Don't be misinformed. Come do your research. Come learn, live, love, live, laugh, love, live, laugh, love is the thing. So here's the announcement from Upland, this week's developer update. Let's actually go down and talk about the big one, and that is footprints. This comes tomorrow. Reduced footprints arrive tomorrow. That's it. Much less wasted space around structures. This should make properties easier to decorate, easier to tighten up, better looking overall. For builders, this means that if you have a property that was close, but the footprint put it over the line and you couldn't fit this structure on a property, guess what? Now you should be able to. Now, there are two ways that this is going to be handled. There are newer structures and there are older structures, particularly with service structures. So we're going to use service structures in this example. You can see here on this older service structure that the old footprint here, you can see absolutely massive around the whole thing. In the newer one, it is shrunk down. However, it's still rectangular, so it doesn't snap to every curvature of the property. It's still rectangular. It's just now snapped to the largest part of that property. So the outline, you can see, is greatly reduced. Now, part of the design of our new service structures has taken this into account. And you can say on a new service structure, we've had walkways, patios, surrounding elements there that make those nice and squared up, so that this footprint, when it's reduced, boom, you can reduce it all the way. So on this, you could see the old footprint there, nice and square. You can see the new print. The new print is almost gone entirely there. So that's how that works. Again, this is dropping tomorrow. Now, there is a trade-off here that players need to know about. Service structure specifically, service structure units are going to be reduced to match the smaller footprints. Why, do you ask? Because service structures, in particularly, the way that the service units were being calculated in the algorithm was by total footprint. With that footprint being reduced, that part of the calculation goes away for service units. Doesn't apply to resident scores, or not resident, doesn't apply to resident units, because resident scores were never calculated that way on resident structures, rather. Resident scores, as a result, will be adjusted here as part of the ongoing balancing that's happening this season. We've already done a lot of that. We just had a huge update rebalancing some of the resident score and the resident score algorithm, the influence scores, etc. With live coming, that's going to be even more. And then with this is also balancing. So overall, this is just not a visual improvement. This is gameplay rebalance as well. This is a big one, though. Again, this one is dropping tomorrow. Big deal. A big quality of life request here. We're happy to bring this in just in time for life as well. So a lot of work went into that. Let's go talk about block explorers right here. Block explorer utility. We'll keep it here on this block explorer. These are some old block explorers. Look at the Genesis Week ring from 2023. The Tokyo Explorer there. You've got a samurai mask. The Duck series. If you go back, there's a ton of really cool block explorers in Upland. And up to now, block explorers have been your identity in the game. They're your avatar in the game. It's what players see when they see other people moving around the map. It's your block explorer. Well, Upland announced here that we're making block explorers more strategic. So instead of just basic movement and collection tools, they're going to have attributes to them, particularly with new systems like troves coming in. This is more important than ever. So the big system shift here is stamina. Explorers will no longer be able to, when troves and stuff drop, they won't be able to gather endlessly. You're not going to be able to go around and gather troves endlessly. Stamina ties into that. Also, stamina will tie into recipe fulfillment. So I fulfill a recipe, that's going to use some of my Block Explorer's stamina. That means Block Explorer choice is about to matter more, not just the look of your Block Explorer, but actual stamina. So stamina will scale with rarity. So what does stamina mean? I don't think I've defined stamina yet. Stamina simply means how many actions I can take with troves, whether that's crafting recipes, collecting troves, etc., before my Block Explorer gets put on a cooldown. This does scale with rarity, so the rarer the Explorer, the longer it should last and the faster it should recover. If you own multiple Explorers, the system is going to be automatic. The goal here was to make this as fluid as possible for players. So let's say I've got a couple of different Block Explorers and I'm browsing the map and my one Block Explorer reaches its stamina limit. Well, guess what? The system will automatically switch me to my next Block Explorer in line. Really, really cool. What does this mean in plain English for you? It means Explorer collections now have real gameplay value. Having multiple Explorers have a real reason beyond just collecting. The other thing here that we're exploring is not just stamina long-term, it is also modifiers. Now, let me be clear here, and we say it here in the announcement. Everything talked about here with modifiers. Stamina is locked in at the moment. This is in active development, and we're working on bringing it. It will come after all the other systems drop, then it will come. But modifiers is something that we're currently exploring. So none of this is finalized yet. This is how we're thinking about Block Explorers in the future and how to make them unique. So stamina is one aspect of it. Modifiers to each Block Explorer or types of Block Explorers are an extra, what's the good word? It's a way to make them extra unique there and really add some strategy there. So what are modifiers? I'm just going to read here from the announcement. A modifier, here are examples of what modifiers could be. So some explorers may perform better when collecting certain types of troves. Let's say resource troves. For instance, we talked about resource troves with regards to stem-bearing trees in a previous announcement. So you could see some troves some Block Explorers may get a boost when collecting those. You may be able to collect more of those, for instance, while others may improve the likelihood of a higher quality rewards, i.e. more rare troves, more rare of a certain type of troves, or interact more effectively with specific service structures. Maybe when I go to a service structure, I get a boost when turning in troves, when exchanging troves there, etc., etc. There's also room for time-based or seasonal advantages. So you could see, for instance, hey, I've got a Father's Day Block Explorer that I picked up in 2024, and I love this Father's Day Block Explorer. Well, maybe during the season that is Father's Day, maybe you get a boost for that. Using the right Explorer at the right moment for the right purpose could benefit you going forward. So this is just something that we're exploring at the moment, and everything that I just mentioned are examples of what kind of modifiers could look like on Block Explorers. We would love to know your feedback on this. Any ideas that you guys have? Do you like the modifier idea when it comes to Block Explorers? The other thing here is broader collection. So Block Explorers are part of series. You can imagine in the future where perhaps you own one Block Explorer or every Block Explorer in that series, and you get a boost for owning every Block Explorer in that series, some sort of modifier that then benefits you when going around the map and collecting troves, turning in troves, trying to befriend uppies, etc., etc. So this was a pretty big announcement. It really lays out the vision here of stuff we're working on, how we're thinking about Block Explorers, what we're working on with Block Explorers, and more immediate, the footprint fix. Players will feel that right away. They're going to feel that tomorrow. The deeper long-term shift, like I said, is Block Explorers becoming more strategic part of the game. So that's it. That's the update. Another big one here from Upland. We are rolling, and again, like I said, I've said it a couple times now, we're not slowing down. Things are only going to speed up going forward. So let us know what you think. Let us know in the comments. Let the community team know. Let us know on our feedback boards what you think, what suggestions you have, what you'd like to see. We love getting your feedback. That's going to do us for today. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and we'll see you in Upland. Bye-bye.